All right, let's talk about how I made my first $1 million. And no, I didn't win the lottery. I didn't sell a startup. And sadly, I wasn't born into a billionaire family. This was a real million built the old fashioned way: career, discipline, side hustles, and a lot of trial and error. And here's the thing: I'm not going to throw theory at you. I'm going to walk you through the exact steps that I took from being broke in my 20s to hitting a $1 million net worth. If you stick around, you'll see it's actually a lot simpler than you think, but not always easy. First thing I had to do was grow my income. You cannot save your way to $1 million on a tiny paycheck. Early on, I doubled down my skills, went after promotions, and yes, I job hopped when it made sense. One of my biggest jumps was when I left the army. I finished my MBA and landed in tech. That was a huge leap from my salary. And while I was climbing in corporate, I was also stacking side income with real estate deals and other projects. And more money coming in meant I had more options to build wealth. Now, here's where most people mess up. They make more, then spend more. I didn't fall into that trap. At least not too much. I drove normal cars, lived reasonably, and said no to the flashy stuff that I didn't need. Because here's the secret: the gap between what you make and what you spend is where your wealth lives. If you can make 6 figures but only spend half, the other half is literally building your future. Once I had that gap, I didn't just let it sit. I invested it. For me, it was a mix: index funds, maxing out my 401k, some real estate properties, nothing sexy, nothing that gets you 1 million views on TikTok either. But boring investing is what actually works. Compounding is real, guys. The first $100,000 took forever. The next $900,000 came faster than I thought, because money started making more money. I've got to talk about the side hustles too. Real estate was one. Having my license and doing deals gave me commissions and knowledge. I tried businesses. Some made money, some failed miserably, and that's okay. Even the failures taught me something valuable: what to avoid, and how to manage risk, and how to keep going. Not every dollar I made was from my 9 to 5 either. And that's a big reason I hit $1 million faster. Of course, I messed up too. I wasted time trying to pick stocks. I bought dumb stuff because I thought I deserved it. And I definitely stretched myself too thin on some projects. But here's the truth: you don't need to be perfect to win. You just need to keep moving forward. So the formula is simple: grow your income, spend less than you make, invest the difference, and keep stacking side hustles. Stick with that long enough, and one day you'll look up and realize you're sitting on $1 million too. This is just the start of the story, guys. Next week, I'm breaking down the hardest part: how I made my first 100K. Honestly, that was tougher than the million. So hit subscribe and let's build wealth together, step by step.